Hello, my name is Vera Gillard. How did I come to Kingdom Apostolic Ministries? Well, of course, I'm a fourth apostolic Pentecostal generation in my family, and I was aware about Mount Zion. I used to look at Mount Zion all the time on YouTube. But then the pandemic came, and to my surprise, the Lord answered a prayer that I kind of put away about proper placement. And it was actually on the Sunday before Labor Day 2020. I was sitting in my bed, and all of a sudden the Lord gave me an unction to get up. And He didn't tell me what was going to happen. I just went on my YouTube, and the LW Gates Ministries was on. And I watched the evening service from the parking lot. And from the parking lot service to that Tuesday, I had began my journey with KAM. So, talking about that connection and that kind of melding together, what I believe caught my attention was that it was foundation with progression and order. I never been in an apostolic Pentecostal setting where there was a multiplicity of elements that created an experience beyond the norm. I never was in a place where you could worship God in such jubilation, but you also had administration, order, and fellowship. A lot of things I lacked, though I was raised in church, but I really was not raised in the culture of church. And so seeing how KAM, it is a must. You must have foundation. You must work. You must live in order. You must do things in order. You must do things in excellence. You must have responsibility. You must have accountability. You must be pulled out of your comfort zone. That is something that I've been longing for, but I never knew where to get it. I knew it was in God, but I didn't know the place where to find it. And so it has connected me because I am under a leadership that commands you to come up higher. I've never really been under a leadership because I've never felt adequate. I never felt that I had a place in church, neither a place in God. But being in KAM has done more for me than what I could have prayed, I could have fasted, I could have even networked. And I know I heard the voice of God because being here spiritually, my life is changing. I'm being pulled out of comfort zones. I'm meeting people. I'm having relationships that I only could dream of but not actualize. And so what keeps me here is a strong leadership that comes up higher with God all the time. There's not been a time that I've experienced KAM that I feel like, it's like, God, keep blowing my mind the more. I know that I've made vows to God and I must keep them. But the Lord knows that I've had a weakness based upon different settings and phases of my life where I would isolate myself because I didn't feel I belong. I don't feel that a lot of times I gel. But because I have to learn how to trust God, I'm allowing Him to push me. And so everything that KAM is offering, I'm taking the advantage of it. God would not put me somewhere just to put me there and not have a purpose for me. But I must participate in the purpose so I can really see His will for me come into fruition. So when there is KAM University or when there's SOAR, whatever it is that is there, it helps me to really get acclimated to the culture of my church. I might be thousands of miles away, but in God, there is no distance. We all together. And so I have to push myself. It's warfare for me. It's just not logging on because it's easy and accessible. I have to warfare and fight the devil who still wants me to believe that I'm the old me when I am pressing and pushing to become the better me every day. But I'm around a culture where we are taught fellowship. I was never taught fellowship. I read the Bible, I read it in Acts, but I never became the book of Acts because I never had no one to teach it to me. So KAM is a place that teaches you. You just have to be receptive to the teaching.
There you go. I'm not getting there. Y'all understand, bro? This lady just said, I read the book, but I never became one. My God. Oh, she ain't never been taught fellowship. I didn't know fellowship had been taught. Woo! Like that's something you just don't think that you need to be. Okay.
You do.
Yes,
You need to be taught because you don't know it. You don't really know it like you think.
I got something to say.
Fruit. Kingdom Apostolic Ministries is not a chauvinistic place. It's not a chauvinistic title. It's fruit because there is a yielded obedience from leadership on down. And the fruit that is bared, I'm one of those fruits.